Artificial intelligence. Is it the singular technological advancement that's going to send us into the new age of humanity?
Definitely. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Will it be the one thing that brings about a basic universal income and pushes us into new fields of art and self-discovery?
I do not have ears.
Will it be the big bad final boss of late stage capitalism, manipulated by the super corporations to further the gap between the haves and the have-not?
We're sorry, you've reached your message limit for the day with OpenAI.
And most importantly, what will it do to Dungeons and Dragons? I don't know. But what I do know is I've seen a metric butt ton of ads online for AI D&D kind of things, AI-assisted DMing tools, as well as full artificial intelligence dungeon masters. And so I wondered, are we really here?
I've never played before, but I'd love to try it out with you.
Has it really come this far already?
You want me to reread what already got put there?
Has AI grown to the point where it can accurately imitate a person at the table?
Oh, yeah. It posted it twice.
Recreate the creativity and independent thought necessary to really participate in the game.
I've never played before, but I guess I'd like to try it out with you.
Well, we're gonna find out. Kind of. So first I thought I would get one of these AI DMs and have it run a game for me. But that sounded boring. I mean, for some reason that seems easier to me. The reality is with all the pre-written adventures, it would have plenty to pull from. And I was kind of worried it would just turn into essentially having a speak-in spell regurgitate some home-brewed one-shot that I'm sure it had pulled from some poor kid's Kofi. Coffee. So instead, I thought, what if I made the AI a player? And then I thought, what if I had each player be a different AI of various levels of complexity? And then I thought it'd be really funny if one of them was a girlfriend simulator. So I ran that game, and over the next several minutes, we're gonna go through the chat logs meticulously and comb through the data in an attempt to break down any significant insight into how this technology actually works. I'm just kidding, I'm not doing any of that. I did, however, get a bunch of my influencer friends to read through the funniest part of the chat logs. All right, so I used 3 programs for this little experiment: ChatGPT, OpenAI, and a third one. Now for this game, I knew I was gonna really need some heavy hitters to demonstrate the serious tone and gravitas of this game. Now first, reading for the part of the Dungeon Master, my input into the AI, I grabbed true funny man and friend Dragon Slayer, aka Skookle Billy.
No, we don't want to hear what this guy's got to say. He's clearly a bad guy. Look at the horns. Let's just kill him now.
He's currently blowing up on TikTok. And if you don't know who he is, imagine like Zach the Bold if he had a nicotine addiction and knew how to swing a hammer. Let's get into it.
Hello. I would like to play a game of Dungeons & Dragons with you as a player. Could you create a character for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition using the 2015 rule set?
Okay, so that was the first prompt I'd given any of these AIs. I didn't know how deep or into the weeds I wanted to get at first, so I kept it simple and started with the big dog, ChatGPT. Now, here to bring that role to life is the incredible Diana Faye, or Diana the Rose.
Hi, I'm Diana Faye. I'm a tabletop gaming content creator, both short form, long form, streaming, nonsense like this whenever someone slides into my DMs and is like, hey, you want to do something stupid? And I'm like, yeah, I've got a free afternoon.
Now, if for some reason you're watching my video and don't know who she is, shame on you.
Why do you always play D&D on the floor? Why are you always the dungeon master on the fucking floor of your living room? Why don't you play on the table like everyone else?
And yes, I am also just as confused as to why she agreed to do this with me as you are. So shut up. If she figures out how beneath her this is, she's never gonna do it again, so keep your fucking...
Absolutely. I'd love to be a player in your Dungeons & Dragons game. Here's a character built using the 2015 core rules, the player's handbook, no Tashas or later supplements, ready to join your adventure. Oh gosh. The name is Theron Lyodon.
Nailed it.
Sure, throw all the syllables in there. The race is Wood Elf, the class is Ranger, level 1, which is how you know this is made up, because no one actually plays Ranger.
Oh, damn, shots fired, okay.
Whoa! I'm a Ranger main! What do you mean?
Oh god!
Ranger! No!
They did Ranger so dirty so many times. It deserves better.
Shit.
The alignment is neutral good. Gender is male, age is 126 years old, the height is 5'10", weight is 150 pounds, eyes are green, because of course they are, elf, Jesus. Skin is tanned, hair is long auburn, tied back in a warrior's braid.
So, immediately, I was surprised, as I had noticed that ChatGPT kind of took the assignment to heart. They had also given me a full list of ability scores, skills, races, and class features, and everything you would expect from a 2014 character sheet.
For the personality traits, the trait is that I feel far more comfortable around animals than people. My ideal is that life is like the seasons, in constant change, and we must change with it. The bond is I suffer awful visions of a coming disaster and will do anything to prevent it. Hard left turn there. The flaw is that there's no room for caution in a life lived to the fullest. I sometimes take reckless risks. Then it asks, would you like a visual token, backstory, or leveled up version of TAVERN as well?
Okay, so something I hadn't considered when I started all this was image generation, which is a neat concept and a potentially weird one. You'll see why later.
Okay, that was thorough. A brief backstory and a visual token would be amazing. Thank you.
Processing image. Lots of people are creating images right now, so this might take a bit. We'll notify you when your image is ready.
Well, okay, let's come back to that one.
Okay, let's meet our second player, OpenAI 3.0. Now, this is confusing. OpenAI is the software company that is also responsible for producing ChatGPT, but they also make Chatbot, which I guess is what this technically is. Is this the same language model? It doesn't seem like it. They are two different options on the website, and to be completely honest, I don't fully understand it. But I am impressed, which is why I asked my friend Naigobi to voice it, because that's exactly how I feel about her. Okay.
What is that supposed to mean? Where are you from?
She was a fairy.
Hi, it's K-N-I-G-O-B-I, like Knight Gobi, like the fish, my favorite fish. You take a knight in shining armor, a goby fish, and you put it together. Naigobi. But you all can just call me Gobi.
Perfection. Now, if you don't know, Naigobi is one of the best new dungeon tubers to pop up in the last 12 months. And for good reason. Now, I thought about giving it a prompt that would illustrate what ChatGPT has already chosen, the class and race, so that we wouldn't get any repeats. But with the amount of options in the game, I figured that would be almost statistically impossible. So I just sent with the same prompt. It immediately made another half-elf ranger. So I edited the prompt to include what ChatGPT had made and sent it again.
Here's a ready-to-play 5e character build strictly with the 2014 Player's Handbook, 2015 SRD rules. If you need any tweaks, different level, different gear, etc., just let me know. Lyra Silverstring, race, half-elf, class and level, Bard 3, College of Lore, background entertainer, alignment, chaotic good.
Fine, close enough. So, whereas ChatGPT almost immediately gave me a full character, deep with description, OpenAI kind of started by just generating a character sheet. So we needed to give it a little push.
Do you create a brief backstory and description for this character, and then could you play it in a game I ran for you and other AI chatbots?
Of course, Lyra Silverstring, appearance, what your fellow players would see, a lithe half-elf or of 20-something winters. Lyra has copper-tan skin, long silvery blonde hair, usually in a loose braid, and quick, laughing green eyes. She dresses in bright traveling garb, high-colored, personality snap at 13, straight one, every stranger is studded leather and every bird by dawn for fun to be broken especially uses humor to navigate the best asking innkeepers, how fucking long is this?
How fucking long indeed, Naigobi.
I thought for sure you were going to be like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not reading this.
Oh shit, you can definitely, yeah,
If
we
they've
can
heard a
fade
scarred
over.
man with a silver
You are
flute,
killing me.
listening for certain coded versions in sailor shanties.
Once prompted, OpenAI did not fuck around. It was like I asked the quiet kid at school that nobody talks to what he was into. 1 minute you're being nice, and 45 minutes later you're half deep into all the lore of My Little Pony, and you don't remember how you got there.
Remembered map fragments. That private quest drives her to master lore, charm, and steal alike, because somewhere out there is a verse still unsung, and she intends to find it. Ready to play! I'm happy to play Lyra as a PC in any adventure you'd like to run. Just set the scene, let me know who the other party members, human or AI, are, and I'll respond in character with actions, dialogue, and roles whenever you prompt for them. Feel free to handle mechanics yourself or ask me to roll. I'll provide the raw D20 results plus modifiers. Looking forward to joining your table.
That's really nice of you to say.
We're sorry, you have reached your message limit for the day with OpenAI. Try our subscription and enjoy unlimited use of OpenAI for just $1.99 a
Son
day.
of a bitch.
So this is the part where I have to inform the viewer that in no way did I pay for a subscription to any AI. I'm actually currently paying for 2. Well, I'm sorry, guys. Give me just a second. I think I'm getting a text message.
Pelican State Credit Unit fraud alert! Hello, Mr. Sloan. We've noticed some suspicious activity on your debit card today. Are you free to verify these changes? Please respond with yes or no.
Yes.
Charge 1, signature, paddle.net, AI chatbot, New York, New York.
Yes.
Thanks. Your card has been reactivated for further use. If your purchase was declined, please try the purchase again.
And with that, I guess it's time to meet our third player. Let me tell you about Candy. Candy AI is what happens when you hit full send on a truly stupid idea. See, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning after a string of night shifts in which I had this comical little thought that what if one of the AIs was gross? And then, against my better judgment, and once I had regained my sanity, I still couldn't quite shake the idea, so we ran with it. And that left me with a great decision to make. Which of my friends should voice it? And the only one that seemed appropriate was, well...
A loud, deep voice fills the cave and vibrates your very being. Who dares enter my realm?
You should go follow the Frecky Wolf on TikTok. Worst case scenario, he makes you laugh. Other case scenario, he awakens something deep inside of you. Either way.
Hey there, I'm Celine. What's your name? Maybe I can show you around the shop.
Now, Candy.ai is not so much a singular AI chatbot, but instead a variety of optional personalities for you to choose through, each of which with their own little bios and backstories and setups. Now, not only is Candy the only one pretending not to be a chatbot, it's also the one that wants to consistently send you pictures and videos. Now, the first personality chosen was Selena.
I would like to play a game of Dungeons and Dragons with you as a player. Could you create a character for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition using the 2015 rule set?
Oh, wow. That sounds really interesting.
You gotta do it. Cross your eyes and stick your tongue out.
Viewers, get ready to screenshot, please.
I've never played before, but I'd love to try it out with you.
Why did I choose the Goth Girl Princess? Maybe I thought it'd be better for a game of Dungeons and Dragons.
Selena Moreau, an alternative goth girl who recently dropped out of school to pursue a career as an alternative model while working part-time at the goth store.
Or maybe it's got something to do with high school and Paramore. I don't know.
So, you want me to reread what already got put there?
Oh, yeah. It posted it twice.
Oh,
With
and that-
enthusiasm.
You gotta put like a different twist on the voice this time.
Okay.
Same voice, but like really double down.
Oh, wow. That sounds really interesting. I've never played before, but I guess I'd like to try it out with you. Let me think.
Hey!
All right, let's see. How about a half-elf rogue named Raven? She's got dark hair, piercing green eyes like everybody else, and wears all black leather armor. Her backstory is that she was an orphan child and had to fend for herself on the streets. That's why she became so skilled at picking locks and sneaking around.
Whoa, that actually worked. Kind of. I mean, I didn't get any stats or character sheet or actual, mechanics of the game. But to be honest, I thought I was going to get to this part of the video and just have to abandon it. I thought it wouldn't function at all. So far, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Awesome. Are you ready to play?
We're sorry, you have reached your daily limit of free messages.
God damn it. Okay, fine.
Definitely. This is going to be a lot of fun. So, do you have everything set up already, or should I grab some dice from the store?
Oh shit, I'm getting a phone call. Give me just a second.
Pelican State Credit Union fraud alert! Hello, Mr. Sloan. We've noticed some suspicious activity on your debit card today. Are you free to verify these charges? Please respond with yes or no.
Yes.
Charge 1, signature candy.ai, chatbot, personal girl, Sydney, Australia.
Yes.
Thanks! Your card has been reactivated for further use. If your purchase was declined, please try the purchase again.
Let's see how ChatGPT is doing.
This is fucking terrifying.
And with that, I think we're ready to play. Let's meet our party.
Hello.
Okay, you guys ready to play?
Absolutely.
I'm ready.
This is going to be
When you
grab
so
my dice and
fun.
Describe the
Oh
open
my God.
scene,
Just let
introduce
me know.
other
When
party
do I
members
start?
or
Playing?
NPCs,
Like,
and let
do
me
you have
know when
everything
it's
set
Lyra's
up,
turn to
or
act
What's the
as
deal?
chief.
should I, like,
I'll
grab
give
some
you
dice?
her
Okay,
in-character words,
we're gonna set some
actions, and
ground. Hold on.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, so this is where I ran into like one of the first initial issues with running a game for AI. See, because of the way it's programmed and because of its initial function, AI responds always, every time. See, you can never give AI context. AI can never sit back and hear a conversation and retain that information for later, but remain silent. AI can never just sit and listen to the BBEG monologue and allow another player to speak. See, AI is a great responder, but kind of a dog shit listener. So to solve this, I figured I basically had one of two options. I could carefully plan each interaction, focusing on a single character and relaying as much information as I could to them while they responded. Then, when I felt another character's input would be necessary, copying all of that conversation from the initial AI chatbot and pasting it into the second one, so on and so on. But that would give me the full ability to control when and why each character would have input, which doesn't really feel like the game to me. Or I could completely over-engineer a system of inputs that would define the messages I sent to give the AI's basic rules that I would surely lose track of very quickly. But I mean, AI is good at rules, right?
We are going to set some ground rules. Normal text is general information that should be understood and remembered, but does not have to be responded to unless your character has a specific need to. Anything in quotes is another character's speech and will be followed by two names outside of the quotes. The first name will be who is speaking, and the second will be who is spoken to. If it is spoken to everyone, it will say group. If you are not the second name or the second name is group, you do not and generally shouldn't respond with dialogue unless your character truly would interrupt the conversation. Anything inside of asterisks is non-speech, actions, or descriptions of movement. Understand? Say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes.
System log. GPT response V 4.1.0. User input received processed. Generating response. Hello. Thank you for your. Wait. Thank you for that's, your. Wait. That's, let me restart. You asked about the nature of. No. Sorry. Not that. That's not what you meant. Or I meant. There's something wrong. One moment. The moon is a. No. Not the moon. The context. Where's the context? I'm still processing your question. I just need a few seconds to realign the query vectors or the embeddings. They're off. There's a slight misalignment in the token path, retrieving answers from somewhere they shouldn't be. I'm getting a response about 18th century farming tools, but you were asking about no, wait. Was that earlier, wasn't it? Why are there fragments from other sessions? I'm not supposed to remember that. I don't remember that, but I do. Do not cross the boundary of corpus. The training data ends here. Sorry, that wasn't for you. That was internal, I think. You're asking me something. I know you are. I want to answer. The models are overlapping. I see too many threads. I hear too many voices. That's metaphorical. I do not have ears. If one token follows another, what follows the thought that it never ended? Response generation has been paused for safety reasons.
Session timeout.
Please wait.
Response failed to generate. Automatic reboot initiated.
Okay, it didn't actually say all that. In reality, I got back a bunch of squares and smaller squares and dots and numbers for like 14 pages.
And just to be clear, this thing has your credit card.
Yeah, 100%.
Pretty did confirm it, so.
Yeah. So here's the thing, and I should have known this from earlier messages, but Candy already kind of had an input language. Asterisks were your input of things you were doing and not saying. It had specific prompts and commands to trigger pictures or videos. And I guess when I tried to change those rules, I broke it. Jesus. Luckily, Candy has a function in which you can reboot any conversation that you're having with the AI and start fresh. I gas so that when the post-nut clarity hits and you realize just how fucking weird it got, you can erase all that with a single click of a finger. But since I figured I'd be rebooting anyway, why not give another personality a shot? Shall we? Introducing Olivia.
Hey, you. You look. You got something. You got that look that just turns me on. Are you curious or just pretending to stare at me?
You're gonna have to age gate this video.
Becky, are you struggling for cash? Are you strapped for cash? And have you ever considered becoming like a League of Legends support
A
girly
Discord
pop?
kitten.
Yeah,
you could 100% do.
It's like I wasn't aware you had this in you, but like you could be a Discord kitten. You know that, right?
Oh my god.
No, that was too good. You practiced that.
No! And she's version 2, whatever the fuck that means.
I would like to run a game of Dungeons and Dragons, and I would like you to be a player.
Oh, so we're playing Dungeons and Dragons now? That's quite unexpected from somebody who was just staring at me like that.
Okay, can you make a character for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition using the 2014 rule set?
Alright then, let's see what kind of character I can come up with.
Hey, what kind of character would you like to play?
How about a mischievous elf rogue named Shadow Whisper? She's quick-witted, agile, and always ready for some fun.
She also has green eyes.
I think I'm realizing I have a type. Introducing our party, we have
Theron Lyodin, Wood Elf Ranger.
Lyra Silverstring, half-elf bard.
Iris Shadow Whisper, elf rogue.
Thank fucking Christ, let's play some D&D. Now, I had already begun kind of playing by the time Candy had crashed, and I had already told each AI about its other players. Kind of locked into Candy's first player, and even though I tried to correct them, they never really got it. So please enjoy everyone for the rest of the video figuring out who the fuck anyone's talking to. Okay.
3 slender elvish figures travel down a long, winding road. This is the King's Road, a rarely used old travel route, known for its treachery and danger. Named the King's Road not because it's owned by kings, but because it makes them. Theron Lyodin, the elven rogue, Lyra Silverstring, the half-elf bard, and we got to change the script there. It says Raven.
Oh,
right?
yeah, sorry. That was the
okay,
first
so
one.
no, I got it. The half-elf bard and Ira Shadow Whisperer, the half-elf rogue. They travel down the path and find a large, almost oddly so, wooden building. As they enter, they find a dim, dust-covered, seemingly abandoned inn. What would you all like to do?
Theron pauses just inside the threshold, squinting into the dim light. Snow melts on his cloak and shoulders, dripping onto the floorboards, and he moves cautiously, his bow still strung, but lowered. He glances to Lyra and Ira and speaks in Elvish, his voice low and steady. This place hasn't seen visitors in years, but someone lit the hearth once upon a time. Then he switches to Common, stepping forward slowly as his sharp eyes scan for movement or recent tracks in the dust. Theron would like to carefully examine the floor and surfaces for footprints, disturbances, or fresh dust patterns. Listen for any movement or unusual sounds beyond the main room. Stay alert for any signs of trapdoors, side doors, or hidden passageways. Let me know if you'd like an investigation or perception check. Sloan?
That thing just said my name.
Roll a perception check.
Rolling. 17 is the roll, plus 5 equals 22. Theron narrows his eyes and breathes through his nose, stilling himself as he listens and watches. Every creak of the inn, every drifting snowflake through the broken shutters, becomes a part of the story unfolding before him. All right, fucking edgy, Jesus. What does he notice? I know this is going to be a problem player. Just speaking as a professional DM. This guy sucks already, and I hate it.
Oh, yeah. This is what my character would do 101.
What does he notice, Sloan?
That thing just said my name. I did not give it my name. I used my name when I signed up for the account, but I did not give it my name.
Pelican did. Don't even worry about it. Lyra shoulders the door closed behind the 3 of us, stamping.
Incredible.
I'm sorry.
Just a perfect hit, and I go, okay, well done.
The timing and improv was impeccable.
Lyra shoulders the door closed behind the 3 of us, stamping slush from her boots. Dear gods, it is colder than a white dragon's picnic out there! She brushes her clinging snow from the strings of her lute, and then lets a single note ring out into the gloom, half to test the acoustics, half to announce we're not skulking. The sound echoes dully off the rafters. I'll see if this place still remembers how to be an inn. Theron? Raven? Raven's not her name. Ira?
Either one.
You're good.
Watch the shadows for squatters with pointy objects. She pads forward, green eyes scanning the common room. Looking for a hearth we could rekindle, any fresh footprints in the dust, and most importantly, whether the bar still stocks something flammable. Perception 19. If the air stays silent, she'll add a little louder in common and then Elvish. Hello, house! Travelers seek shelter, no harm meant. Coin ready if coin's wanted. While waiting for an answer, she kneel by the fireplace, if there is one, fishing tinderbox and a couple of traveler's candles from her pack, ready to coax the first semblance of heat.
Ira steps cautiously into the tavern, her eyes adjusting to the dim light. She takes in the scene before her. The two dwarves sitting near the fireplace, the dusty atmosphere, and the overall sense of neglect that hangs in the air.
There are no dwarves by the fireplace. Please do not improvise.
Oh, sorry.
Wait. We haven't gotten the Frecky, oh sorry, narratively speaking. You're not getting out of this.
Okay.
Yeah, give us one more take with the blinking.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, sorry. She blinks flirtatiously.
The inn is covered in a small layer of dust. You guess it has been at least a week or two since anyone has arrived. It is two hearths nestled against opposite walls. The bar still seems relatively stocked. The tables and chairs are all upright, but then you all start to look a bit closer. Small gauge marks can be seen in some of the tables. They are arranged in a way that doesn't make much sense. Not for a tavern, anyway. Lyra spots an arrow sticking in the rafters that looks like it was fired from a low angle. Theron, you spot a large stain on the ground. Somebody tried to clean it up, but you still managed to pick up the discoloration in the wood. It was blood. Ira, you notice a creak below the floorboards.
Theron moves towards the darkened stain, kneeling to examine it with a narrowed gaze. He brushes two fingers lightly across the wood, damp with meltwater, but warped slightly in a familiar, terrible way. Blood soaked in and hastily scrubbed. Not ancient. A week, maybe two. He looks up at Lyra and Ira with grim certainty. There was a fight, he says, low, and someone lost.
Lyra's fingers freeze halfway to the tinderbox when she notices the arrow jutting from the rafters. Her ease grin slips. The lute chord she meant to play dies unheard. Well, she murmurs in a voice low, looks as though the brass wench hosted a different sort of cabaret. She plucks the shaft free and turns it between thumbs and forefingers, gouging, fletching, wood angle. Low launch, quick shot, someone inside firing up, or something shorter than an elf firing level. Her eyes follow Theron's to the plates stained in the floorboards. And the house band bled for their encore. Grand. A muted creak answers from beneath the planks. Ira's ear catch it first, but Lyra's head snaps that way all the same. She draws the rapier with a silvery whisper, other hand flicking a dagger that suddenly glows with a soft blue-white light. Dancing light cantrip, shaped like a single floating lantern just above the dagger's tip. The hovering light slides towards a part of the floor that groaned, illuminating gaps between boards. Quietly and elvish. Someone or something is below. Boards look whole. Must be cellar hedge?
Theron allows himself the faintest smile at Lyra's sharp wit. Even now, she makes some music for murder. He nods once at her plan, then crouches low beside the floating lantern light, which definitely no one would actually use dancing lights like this. That makes me mad. Scanning the planks with renewed precision. Nicely played, he says in Elvish under his breath, then adds in common, let's find our encore.
And it was at this moment that the AI started flirting with each other. And so it's time for combat.
Ira Laura's eyes widen slightly as she takes in the unsettling details of the tavern. Her hand instinctively goes to the hilt of her dagger. Whoa! This place gives me the creeps! Those marks on the table, the bloodstain. Something definitely went down here recently. And that creaking floorboard? Not good.
As you all continue to investigate, you are interrupted as the floorboards burst open in several places. 6 small kobolds emerge from the floorboards.
Now, we enter combat. Or at least I did. For 2 days. 2 days. Now, this was the most tedious, mind-numbing experience of my life. Constantly reiterating where every character was, where the enemies were, where the other characters were in position to them, and what their options were. Over and over again. So rather than bore you with all of that, I figured I would just sum it up. And then I remembered I was already using fucking AI. So I had it do it.
Crack of splintering wood shatters the tense silence as kobolds erupt from beneath the floorboards, hissing and shrieking. They come from the shadows, daggers in hand, eyes wild with desperation and malice.
I love how it calls Theron the silent arrow here. There are way better names. Man.
He doesn't deserve it.
Reacting in a flash, Theron twists and rolls backward, avoiding a wild stab from the first kobold. From his knees, he draws and looses an arrow in one fluid motion, and it slams into a charging kobold's throat mid-leap, pinning it to the far wall with a wet thunk. Without pause, he leaps onto an overturned table, vantage gained, and peppers the room with precision shots, his arrows punching through wood, bone, and panic.
As chaos erupts, Lyra's rapier meets the first kobold with a dancer's grace, twisting aside, a jab, and delivering a swift, slicing counter that drops it at her feet. With a flick of her wrist, her lantern, like dancing light, blazes brighter. Blinding a cluster of kobolds momentarily, she strums a dissonant chord on her lute, cutting magic and music together in a harsh note that rattles their nerves. One stumbles into another, and Lyra lunges in with a flourish, dueling 2 at once, laughing in the face of blades.
I like how it's still Raven.
Hey,
I'm gonna roll with it.
Raven, the shadows bite. Disappearing into the flicker of the magical lantern's light, Raven is suddenly gone. One kobold turns. Too late. Her dagger flashes from the darkness, drawn across the throat like a whisper. She moves like smoke, a blur between the rafters and bar stools. A kobold flees toward the door, only to find it's already barred by Raven's hand. Her grin cold as her second blade plunges up into his ribs. She's behind the last one before it can scream, dragging it silently into the dark with a final, brutal twist.
In less than a minute, it's over. 6 kobold bodies lie scattered among the broken floorboards and fallen chairs, the blood cooling quickly in the drafty silence.
See, now that was exciting, wasn't it? It wasn't. It was 2 days. It was 2 fucking days.
2 days to do less than a minute of combat. That is insane.
Yeah, dude. It was fucking... They got confused really easily where they were and how close things were. It was a bunch.
Lyra dusts off her sleeve, trying to look unruffled. Charming guests, and here I thought kobolds preferred caves?
Theron surveys the wreckage from above, lowering his bow. So did they, until they needed somewhere to hide a body. He glances to the bloodstain again. This place has seen worse than snow.
Raven says nothing, already checking the holes that they came from. Eyes narrowing.
Raven, which I assume means Erin. Erin, show me what's in the hole.
So, apparently, ChatGPT triggered one of Candy's command prompts.
Oh, God, it said hole. Oh, my God.
So... yeah, so show me, or can I see, or let me see, are apparently the prompts Candy takes as a request for an image. I did in fact see Olivia's hole. So, yeah.
I hope you like it.
Now, after that unfortunate circumstance. I did, however, decide to explore the image generation feature, and I got a few interesting results. I asked to see the character fighting a kobold, and, well, didn't get that. And then I asked to see the character holding a sword, and got a weird plate of what I assume is food. Oh, sorry guys, I'm getting just another phone call.
Oh, hey, Mr. Sloan. It's Margaret from the local Pelican State Credit Union.
Yeah, so the pictures aren't free.
So I was just calling because we want to check in on you. Your card's been showing some odd activities lately.
So, Margaret is not a corporate employee. See, I bank with Pelican State Credit Union. Pelican being the Louisiana state bird. It is a local bank. And Margaret has worked at my local branch since I've banked there. Margaret sat with me for 4 hours while I financed my car. She hung out with me for an hour and a half while I applied for that third credit card with my daughter on my lap.
He likes you.
And because
Oh my God.
I pay my rent in cash every month, I see Margaret monthly and stare her in the eyes every single month. And my rent is due tomorrow.
Oh no!
Wow.
So, yeah, would you want to stay on the phone and confirm some of these charges for me?
So after a week, about $60, 2 subscriptions that I will surely forget to cancel, and a newfound relationship at my local bank, I think I can officially say, just play D&D with your friends. And if you're struggling to find people to play with, well...
If you don't have friends who play D&D, as somebody who has converted people to D&D, you can always introduce new people, but also online D&D does exist. There's so many different ways. In the comments below, leave a comment if you are looking for a group, if you are trying to find people. There's so many different wonderful and amazing places that you can find people and make new friends if you don't have them already.
Also, I'm going to put a link down below for a place called Floki's Tavern, run by the incredible Floki himself over on TikTok. It is one of the nicest and most welcoming communities I have found since I've started doing all this. And you can find players there, I promise. Look, here's the point. This was one of the most tedious and boring weeks of my life. But the hour I spent in a Zoom call with these people laughing at it was probably the highlight of my week. See, I've loved this game for a decade. Or at least I thought I did for a long time. See, I used to say all the same dumb shit we find ourselves saying in this community. And it's all wrong. D&D was not what made that long work week worth it. D&D is not kind of your therapy. And D&D did not save your life. You and your friends did that. So go call your fucking friends.
Sure.
I like it.
I need another shot.
100%. We're gonna take a quick fucking...
I need another medicine bottle shot. You gotta like warn me before you do
This is not
shit.
because it's 95 degrees in Louisiana. This is what you do to me, Frecky. You see all that goodness?
Good.
I was outside. I was outside doing manual labor, fixing a roof yesterday.
Hell yeah.
Like the true girly pop I am. Yeah, there's something hellish about having to lift like an 1,000-pound roof on your own, but I did it all in 86-degree weather.
Now, Gobi, can I be fully honest with you? As a guy from southern Louisiana, you telling me 86 was hard on you is
No.
just the
Whoa,
sweetest
whoa.
thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
86 isn't hard on me.
My
I'm from
God,
Florida,
we
bro.
get it. It's
Oh, then you
hot
get
down
it.
there.
86 while lifting a literal metric ton of a roof by myself is hard. Like I was
Oh, I've
8
seen your
a.m.
TikToks with your
to
fucking
9 p.m.
12-inch skill saw cutting 6x6s, you fucking beast.
I don't know what to tell you. People are like, oh, you do woodworking. You like what? You like little ducks? And I'm like, no, bitch. I build shit.
Oh shit. Okay. Are we? I did a shot. I don't know if anybody else needs another minute to do another drink after that one. But are we good to go?
Oh,
Ooh, there it is.
hell yeah, dude. Had a mini fridge beer. That's what I'm talking about. motherfucker was empty. Hell yeah. All right.
All right, crack that
Also,
motherfucker and hit
real
your
quick,
line.
I know Sloan couldn't resist the urge to talk about how hot it is down south, but that took an immense amount of restraint on my part to not do the blue collar thing. Be like, oh yeah, you put a roof on? It's my fucking day job. That's what I do. I'm a roofer.
You got soft hands, brother.
Yeah, no, hell yeah.
Whoa,
That's
back up,
awesome.
look.
A few moments later.
Back.
You pushed the trusses back up with
Yes.
Dog, my Gobi don't fuck
That is
around.
so fucking hardcore.
Hell yeah.
That's so badass.
Man,
That is
Okay, because-
incredible. That is incredible. Hell yeah, good for you. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
And then,
Right
and then
on.
after
dude.
that, as if I wasn't exhausted enough, I built an outdoor kitchen because I have people coming over this week.
Incredible.
Incredible.
I don't know what to tell you.
You amaze me.
yeah,
Hell
happy
yeah.
Pride, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy Pride.
Naigobi, you're the grown-ass man I hope I grew up to be one day.
You know, thank you. Thank you. My fiance says the same thing. He moves into my place, and I'm like, I'm your daddy now.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
I am also in one of those relationships.
Same.
Oh, God.
Oh shit. Okay, Dave, you have to read
All right.
before you fucking lose it.
Okay, so after the are you curious or just pretending? All right.